Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Chris McGee, Mike Bresnahan, James Worthy. We have Mike Trudell out there in Denver. The Lakers lose a heartbreaker to the Nuggets. They had to battle from behind, literally from the jump with this Denver team. A valiant effort, big game, James, but it ends up coming up short. Lakers had their chances at the end. And when you look at the box score, Lakers had a better field goal percentage. Lakers had 13 threes. Denver had 14. Laker bench was a plus 19. Lakers won the paint battle, 54-42. 10 turnovers for the Lakers, 18 for Denver. But the biggest difference, man, it came on that free throw line. 30 attempts for Denver, only 15 for the Lakers. And Denver plus 18 in makes.
It's amazing how you can have some efficiency in your game, all the stats that you just called out, but then it's one category that'll cost you the game. It's usually either a three-point percentage. In this case, it was the free throws that hurt the Lakers. And, you know, they had some opportunities to tie the game, go up. They may have turned it over or either got up or shot maybe too quick.
DeAndre Ayton played only 5 minutes, so we got to figure out if his knee is okay. That's a little nerve-wracking for the Lakers. How's LeBron's elbow? He didn't play those last few possessions. Hopefully he's okay after that weird off-balance fall under the basket late in the game, Geet. And you know, the game was there for the Lakers. Jokic was not Jokic tonight. He almost had a quadruple double the wrong way with those 9 turnovers, Geet. And that's not like him. So I feel like the Lakers are right there. Jamal Murray, kind of like when they played a couple months ago, really good first half, and they kind of cooled down a little bit in that second half.
He only had 2 in the fourth, and that was late on those free throws.
Yeah, so, you know, super close. There's the Lakers, this is a game that it's going to irritate them. You know, just so many things. The weird inbounds play at the end of the first half, and James, you looked at it a couple times, it's like, that was a steal. That should have been a Laker bucket with like 2 seconds left in the second quarter. The Luka odd technical foul.
I thought that was a little quick. I thought that was a little odd, too.
Yeah, he's up to 15 now. Now, some good precedents there. Back in 2011, Kobe got whistled for his 15th technical foul, got it rescinded. So it can happen that these things do get taken back. Luka doesn't want one more tech. If it's not rescinded, he's suspended for a game if that happens, Geet.
It was one of those games, and Stu called it a weird game while we were watching.
Yeah.
But interestingly enough, the three of us felt like the Lakers were going to win that game in the final few minutes. You just saw where this game was trending. You saw the way the Lakers were playing, but just never got the breaks. Down 11-0 to start the game. Every time they get to 5 or 7, it's back up to 11 or 12. You get the Luka technical. I've watched it a couple times. I can't see it. The steal at the end of the half to get it to 8 didn't count. We're going to show you that in the highlight. I thought Luka had a nice tip in when the Lakers were on a run. That was called an offensive goaltending. They reviewed it. I don't know how they came up with that. It was really close, but just nothing going their way. And then there they were at the end with shots to either tie or take the lead. They had their chances. It's a really tough game because if you're a Laker fan, you're really happy that your team didn't fold up the tent, that they completely battled back. That game could have gotten away a couple of different times, but, you know, losses don't feel good, big game, especially one in the standings like this. You're a half game out going into this one with Denver. Now it's 1-1, and that is a big one on the 14th because that is the tiebreaker in case these teams are tied after 82.
There are a lot of things you can't control, but some things you can, and I thought the Lakers, you know, played well enough to win down the stretch. And it was a frustrating game. Frustrating calls. That one at halftime, we thought we had to steal. That one, the goaltending, as you mentioned, looked good. It was just, you know, you got to play through that. Still had a chance to win the game, but just couldn't pull it off. It was difficult.
James, I know it's out there that the Lakers are not doing well against teams over 500. They have a lot of big games coming up. We talked about this on the pregame show. Over the next couple weeks, they play Denver twice, Houston twice, Minnesota and New York, one apiece. I feel like this is a solid step. You know, they played well on the road against a really good team. You lose your starting center 5 minutes into the game, Geet. That's not going to help you. You know, you got to throw out your game plan involving DeAndre Ayton at that point. So I thought they got off to a decent start today. Just could not salt away that win. And that's all that matters right now. No one cares about moral W's.
Yeah, because if they play this way, you know, for the rest of the season, this is a pretty good model.
There's a template.
They'll hit some free throws, they'll hit some shots, but they have to come out and play as hard as they did and execute. Have guys like Rui. I still want to see Austin Reeves with the ball. Sometimes down the stretch, and they did give it to him a couple times, and he was successful. So they're learning how to, you know, put, a formula together to win. They just got to push through it and get a win.
Yeah, Lakers had that one chance to tie when AR went to the rack. It was a 2-on-1. It was actually good defense by Murray, not allowing him to throw that lob, and it's a hard foul in and out on that second free throw to tie. Jokic goes down, gets the bucket. Now you're down 3. Lakers had a couple looks, unable to make it. So it's a game of inches. I know we've heard that a million times any given Sunday. Real tough. Luka, 27 points. For as aggressive as he plays, and he didn't score in the fourth, only 4 free throw attempts. Austin Reeves, for as aggressive as he plays, only 4 free throw attempts. And LeBron James, only 2. So just not their night getting to the line. But they were attacking just like they always do. It was just one of those nights, Prez.
Yeah, those are great stats right there. And you wonder if maybe the fact that Austin Reeves is now 1 technical foul away from being suspended. I'm sorry, Luka. 1 technical foul away from being suspended. You have to wonder if maybe he's kind of being a little quieter. Not yelling when he does get fouled, which, by the way, most NBA stars do. Anthony Davis had that,
Can I say something? No,
Sure.
I watched Jokic do it a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Animation after calls that didn't go their way. And listen, he's a 3-time MVP, but I didn't see any technicals, and I did not see Luka do that.
Yeah, and the one that he did pick up,
it's a little unfair to me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Lakers will send a pool reporter. If you want to talk to the ref, you nominate one of the beat writers to go talk to him or her, the head ref, and then that reporter interviews them and comes back to the other reporters. Maybe they'll ask about that tech and the out-of-bounds play. Yeah. I don't know. I'm no longer a beat writer, but that's what I would have done back in the day when I was at the LA Times. Yeah. I'd like to be the pool reporter and go ask the refs a couple questions. And the NBA has to furnish the head referee after a game like this to answer some questions. It's not like a 40-minute Q&A, but you have to answer a few basic.
I remember when Kobe was getting close to that mark, and he went a long time without getting one.
Couple times.
It is a story, though, and now everyone's going to talk about it every single game, because if he gets one, then he misses a game, and he's too valuable. I mean, he's an MVP candidate. Yeah. So it's just unfortunate.
I think referees are used to Luka. He likes to get the calls, and he likes to. And I think that was a very quick technical that was called, and I think it should be rescinded. I didn't see it. I didn't see him say anything in particular. So, you got to be careful though. But I think, like you said, Brad, you know more about this than I do. If they can get a writer or somebody to the league or to rescind it, because one more and it's going to hurt the team.
Yeah, but I don't want to change the way he plays. He plays with passion. He plays with fire. He's competitive.
Don't want to change the way he plays. You just got to maybe not.
Got to be careful.
Say much.
Well, there's 6 weeks left in the regular season, so it's like he's got to be cautious. Kobe did it 3 different times. He got up to the 14 and 15 level, and all 3 times he made it through the rest of the season. Now, it was never this early in the season for Kobe. His was always last week, last 2 weeks. He'd get up to that 15. This is 6 weeks, Skeet, until the season ends. So if that tech is not rescinded, Luka's in danger. Picked up 1 more, you're suspended, and then every 2 technicals after that, you miss another regular season game. So got to be careful. Yeah,
20 games left here in the regular season, and the Lakers now a game and a half behind Denver as they sit in that 6th spot. Time to hear from Coach J.J. Redick, brought to you by you.
That's on this one, D. I mean, that is just pure LeBron. Back him down, fade away, boom.
James, a couple of your ex-teammates on that list. MJ in college and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, I mean,
all-time scorers right there.
Were not for LeBron, man, Kareem would still have, a couple records. 39 years to break the scoring record, and he's going to get this one. Well, he did get this one. I'm sorry. It's done.
Pretty good list right there.
Let's head back to Denver. LeBron James speaking with Mike Trudell in the media.
LeBron, we saw the fall. Looked like you just land right on the elbow. What were you feeling, and how does it feel now?
No, it's pretty sore right now. What was I feeling? Feel like one of them funny bone situations, but even super more intense.
Is that were you just trying to kind of get the feeling back in it to see if you could close it out?
Yeah.
Obviously, just something no monitors here.
DeAndre, he had an early exit from the game. Jackson, I think, finished with 19-8, played a lot of minutes. Where's the confidence in Jackson if he has to step up more, play more minutes, depending on what DeAndre's status is moving forward?
I mean, it wasn't not only just Jackson, but we got the utmost confidence in Jackson, but it's about to be, everybody. Everybody, who has to step up. So, it's not the first time we've had somebody go down. It won't be the last time.
Even though you're still playing, what does it mean for you to still break these records?
Nah, not really. I mean, at the end of the day, just being linked and my name being mentioned with some of the greatest that ever played this game was it's always been humbling and a pretty cool, it's a pretty cool thing. I grew up watching, reading, idolizing a lot of the greats. And, if I ever was able to be a part of the NBA, I wanted to, put myself in a position where I could be named with some of the greats, by doing something right. So that's pretty cool.
2023, there was a discussion like how you're going to get the record-setting bucket. What do you think about a turnaround fadeaway here to get this record?
It's one of my patented shots. It's something I worked on throughout my career. So, to be able to have that ability to make that shot is pretty cool.
What was kind of the origin of that shot for you? Like, how did it kind of get in the bag? Like, do you remember when it became a real weapon for you?
Yeah, losing the finals to Dallas and playing like shit.
And that was the fix?
Everything in the post, going to see Hakeem, put in that work, and then throughout that whole season, and everything was just continue to dial in on that throughout the rest of my career.
How concerned are you just in general about the elbow and the severity of it?
Let's see what happens over the next couple of days. Hopefully I wake up tomorrow and it doesn't feel too much worse than it is now, or if it feels better, that'd be great. So day to day, we see what happens.
You think of the scoring record. Obviously, it's been a while since you passed Kareem with the difference in threes and free throws, but just just thinking about the number of buckets, right? Almost 16,000. How many times that you shot in live play and it goes through? It's just if you do take a quick step back and think about just how much that's taken and how many times you've seen it go in, how does it hit you?
I don't know right now. It doesn't hit me at all. Obviously, what I feel is my elbow, and I feel the loss. Obviously, it's a pretty cool feat, but it's hard for me to kind of wrap my head around it. Came into this league understanding that I had to start from scratch. I was the #1 player in the country. I wanted to start from scratch and get myself up back, possibly to being the best player in the world again. So that was my only mindset. Throughout that, I've been able to hit some milestones and some things that I either had. Some goals was, that I put on myself, but some of them was not. And tonight was not one of the goals, but it's a pretty cool feat. It's an unbelievable feat. To see the list, to see the players that have done it, to see the players that come through this league. I don't know how many players have played in the NBA, but it's the greatest players in the world. And for my name to be, like I said, mentioned with the greats and be at the top of it is awesome.
So, James, this is going to be day to day. Personally, I don't think any of us expect him to go tomorrow after that hard fall on the elbow. Maybe you can, get a couple days rest and be ready for New York, but we'll see tomorrow. That was a hard fall.
It was a hard fall, Geeter, and it obviously hit his arm. I don't know anyone who's been hit there. It could be a funny bone, could be just get the shot up. And it's just a matter of the kind of treatment he can get tonight and how he feels tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so you play Indy tomorrow here in L.A., 7:30 start, so it's a late start. Not a good team, the Pacers. Pascal Siakam hasn't played in forever. Obviously, they lost Halliburton in the finals last year, so they're not looking to win many games, Geet. But still, the Lakers, if Ayton can't play after playing only 5 minutes, left knee soreness, and if LeBron's out tomorrow, you're still playing a Pacers team, even though they've lost 7 straight. Maybe they're in L.A. We've seen these teams get keyed up and charged up for that. The Lakers cannot follow up tomorrow with a poor effort after having a really good effort tonight despite the L. A few things just kind of going against them tonight. Got to come strong tomorrow, even if they don't have 2 starters.
It's not going to be a shoot around tomorrow, is it, Brez? What does the 4 a.m. get into?
Never ever shoot around.
Go out to that Denver airport?
God, the Denver airport's like 8 hours from the arena. It really is unbelievable to me. But, yeah, they'll it's going to be a grind game tomorrow, James. Like I said, Indy's terrible. But, man, you just got to play it.
And, everybody comes to L.A. They want to entertain. So Lakers got to have their antennas up, and whoever plays, they're going to have to bring it again tomorrow night. They played really well tonight, played well enough to win, didn't come up with the W. That's going to, make you feel really bad and demoralize you a little bit. But we don't have time to stop and complain. We got to go get them.
And then Sunday, the Knicks, Geet.
Well, the Suns lose to the Bulls, so the Lakers remain 2 ahead of the Suns above the line. Marcus Smart with Mike Trudell in the media.
They're the rested team, and you're coming in late.
this is the league. I mean, we all have games like this where you got to go back to back, and the team you're playing is, had a break. So it's unfortunate that we're the team that is coming off the back to back, and we don't get a break, but it's part of it. I mean, I don't see anything for me to be worried about other than we just got to go play. We can't worry about being tired. No one's going to save us. No one's going to care. No one's going to feel sorry for us. So we got to go out there and, make our minds up to do it. And we're not saying we're going to go out there and, and win the game, but we got to go out there and give ourselves a chance to win the game. We can't, and that's all you can ask for. Things happen, variables happen that you can't control. But, if we go out there and give ourselves a chance to win down the stretch or play the right way to where we give ourselves a chance to win, that's all I can ask for. And we'll do our best to make sure that it happens.
Did you get a feel for DeAndre's spirits after his early exit?
Yeah, he's down. I mean, it was for him, it sucked for him not to be out there and to go. He tried to go and it just didn't feel right for him. It sucks. We definitely could have used him. I know, as of lately, he's been getting a lot of backlash for his effort in play. He understands it. I know it might not seem like it, but he does. And he wants to do good, and he wants to help this team. And I think that's what's more frustrating for him because he's trying, but it just, the way he's trying, it isn't working. And he's still trying to figure it out. But he definitely was down tonight. He just actually left talking to me, saying how he wished he could have been out there and how he sorry he was. But, he can't control that he, couldn't go and didn't feel it. So, hopefully next game he's ready to go and we can use him.
Not sure if you felt like this in Boston, but have you noticed, a team like Indiana hasn't been playing well, but something about the purple and gold and kind of coming into that building where you feel like they're gonna play a little harder, you're gonna get a better effort. Have you felt like that's been a thing from a Lakers standpoint?
For sure. I mean, it don't matter who you play, it don't matter what their stats say, it don't matter none of that. When they come and play the purple and gold, you better be ready for everyone's best game. And I mean their best game, because if you can't get up to play the Lakers, then I don't know what to tell you, and everybody is ready to get up to play the Lakers.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Mark.
All right, that's Marcus Smart right there. Big game. You're going to do a little Access 360 on Jokic in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Regardless, if he didn't have his typical dominant game, I think he turned it over how many times? Nine times. Not your dominant game. Still had a good game. Triple-double, I think he still had. But there's a reason why you want him down the stretch, Skeeter, because he's a playmaker, good decision, surveying where the defense is. And when he makes his move into the paint, you're going to notice 3 Lakers come to his area right there. There's 3, and you got 2 shooters just spot A's on him. Excuse me. He's just surveying. And now he's going to reverse dribble and get into the paint. Right there, it's too late. No help. He hits a soft little floater, and that really put them up. Jokic just closed it out at the end. He's just a dynamic player. There's really hard to defend him. He's such a great passer. So the minute you come to help, he's going to find the open guy. And if you don't help, he can score.
And one thing we know, Brez, playing this Nuggets team many times in big games over the years, and Murray is going to get his, and he's going to be a part of it. The ball's going through Jokic.
Yeah, and this team, in crunch time in the fourth quarter, they've been there before. They've won a championship together with, a lot of the guys are gone. Michael Porter Jr. gone. Aaron Gordon injured. Bruce Brown is back, but not the same player he was a few years ago. But you still have Jokic, who is absolutely the engine in those last few minutes. Nice little hook shot there. James also pretty big assist. A couple plays earlier that we just showed for a three-pointer. Look, this Denver team knows what it's doing down the stretch. It's either Jamal Murray or Jokic. It's been that way for almost a decade, Geet. And it bore fruit with that one championship, and it led to a victory tonight, no doubt about it.